Their Titans are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The shadow starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. On 1st and 10, Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
A former Volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
To throw again on 2nd down, Winston in the hands of Kamara. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Talk about so far so good. Right now they are purring like a high-quality sports car. You name it, they're getting it done. What's the definition of balance? Doing what you want to, when you want to. They're doing it through the air and on the ground.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Winston to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Harris now to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. Out of CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jameis to throw it. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A 1st down throw for Winston. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They'll throw again. Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
They'll try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their 2nd touchdown of this 1st half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the 1st score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0, 1 extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Tannehill on first down. Complete. It's Henry. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Saints.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Here's Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree.
And the Titans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Play action. It's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitask.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Winston. It's caught by Sanders.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw taken in by Fitzpatrick.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Now they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bradley Roby, the ex-Buckeye, with a corner blitz and the sack.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Tannehill. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Henry again on second down.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
On second down, here's Henry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick.
And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Zach Cunningham, league's leading tackler a year ago, in to make the stop.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, Winston. Looking long for Thomas. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken right around the 44. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Following the interception, Winston. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Winston. Flush to his right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, That's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Let's get it. Mike 56, Mike 56. You don't know no better.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Derrick Henry.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity, it usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
6-man. Check curls, check curls.
Again to Henry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Coming to you. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Taylor Lewan, the former first-rounder from Michigan, flag there.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
This is caught. It's Woods. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And this This is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Touchdown, Titans.
Dez Fitzpatrick with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a testing, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Winston. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Now Winston on 4th down. Connecting with Hill. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
Now Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Tannehill to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Pete Werner.
20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity?
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Winston here to throw. And Thomas has it. Breaks through the contact. And shutting him off. Now open field. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play. Get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds. Understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston to throw. They'll roll him out right. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Winston. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he's taken down inside the 30. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were really helped by their defense.